Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time when we left off, we was writing a poem, or we have already wrote a poem. We're on like day 3 or something of this game. So, yeah, things are getting pretty good. I mean, it's written excellently and everything, so without further ado, let's get back into it. I think I'm right here. Yeah, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cody. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse? Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of the sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah, Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned on conveniently forgetting that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, so that only leaves one option. Why? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her books as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I just something in my book. Yuri, tell Cody to let me borrow some money. That's Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should have only buy what you can reasonably afford. Would you just like calm down? My dog's over there like being a retard. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ah, did I just... I didn't mean like that. I got too absorbed into my book. Yeah, I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You were right enough. I did something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside us all, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap! Ka! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes, and I was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it! Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good, so good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Geez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Geez. I get it. Get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oomph. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful Sayori trots away to safely. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometime. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Hmm. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Don't you think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyways? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. Would you have to... You would have had to heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really... It's kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cody. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean your pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So did I miss anything? Did I? Not really. I choose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her books, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? No, not at all. I like tea. Thanks very much. It's got to be cold and got to be filled full of diabetes. Like sweet tea is the only way to go. I'm from the South. Just a mass amount of diabetes in my sweet tea. That's the only way I drink it. If there's one thing I can make that can make reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm going to plug it in the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettles down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri's gonna go make some tea, so I suddenly realize how weird it sounds explaining this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell... Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Cody in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Huh. Then let's go, Cody. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Change of scenery, finally! It's been like 3 days in that one little classroom. Once the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? Uh, no, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? I, Yuri lifts her head. Cody, I really like being friends with you. Aha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. It felt kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing the best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways, yeah, shall we go? Yay! Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Cody, do you like oolong tea? I told you, I only like sweet tea. I don't know what kind of tea it is, but it's just sweet tea. All right, you just get tea, and then you just take like this much sugar, and you just dump it all in, just like a whole bag of sugar, just right in there. That's the only way I drink it. Ah, yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. No, it's got to be ice cold. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Uh-huh. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my, to my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little bit. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try to expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out, it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around me, anyways. Oh, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You always, you're always worrying about me, Cody. It's very endearing. That's Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Cody, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of uh, your posture, right? Anyway, always hunched over like that while you're reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit together against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up with a position that makes it even harder to focus. Say hi, Odin. This is Odin. Say hi. Hi. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Ooh. It wouldn't be an accident if I was... no, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression as only I can presume the world around her has faded away. Dude, I'm trying to record an episode of Doki Doki here. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed... Would you quit knocking shit off my desk? I finally managed to relax a little bit. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. You sure? Well, If I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happens. Cody? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really thinking... Not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell by her expressions that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate in between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. What? Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Cody, can you help Yuri with putting the tea stuff away, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Just like in every anime that you watch, I mean, right when the character's about to make a breakthrough, something happens. Well, I touched upon this on the last episode. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picks the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without much of a word between us. I get the feeling that there's something neither of us will have courage to bring up. So now we get to do the fun part of sharing the poems. Let's see what you've gotten written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Cody, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining it. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your closest friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyways, do you want to share a poem you wrote with me, or you wrote today? Yeah, I do. And if it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. This was I believe, the first time I noticed the strange tendencies as a ordinary human. My strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I'm not used to reading script like this. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. Oops, sorry. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, something urge, maybe? The raccoon, an urge, okay. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much of the light off the cutting knife. Oh my god. Very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Huh. I don't know what to think about that one. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. It is. I don't get it. I mean, I just briefly read it, but I mean, if I sat down and kind of picked it apart, I might be able to pick out the metaphors, but I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem was about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing poems about them. Why do you keep them to yourselves? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Cody? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we could do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you. That's exaggerating a little bit. I'm just one in a million out there. I mean, I'm like I'm one in a million, but there's billions of people on there. So there's got to be other people like me, right? It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's not, nah, it's nothing. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, now let's go Sayori. Yo, Sayori! Ooh, I like this one, Cody. It has some nice feeling in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hehehe. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. Make me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. uh, why don't you at least try give me some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself for once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Quit. Odin, quit. Anyways, let's see. Uh, I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Like indifferent? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, bittersweet. Yeah, I like poems that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't really see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting a better expression my feelings after all. Thanks, Cody. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's like a secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes a lot of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically put them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow, that took a turn. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe just because I'm so used to you being bright and cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no later than a week. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing her passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, we go to Natsuki. Huh. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good, but I still don't like it at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Oh, what do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're re forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, I don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not you're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? Well, what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean, uh, looks like I'm in trouble. Somehow stuck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay. Well, we didn't have to read Yuri's poem. Natsuki's. Hi again, Cody. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for me today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's not talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the base, that's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside of her. Uh huh. Sadly, it's hard to get much of a personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on inside that head of hers? Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant I wish wouldn't. I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one, anyways. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I like this one. I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a piece of crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Huh, that one's weird. Huh, it's even more abstract than the last one. Ah ha ha. I guess it's just the way I write. That was abstract. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with this my space on the paper, choosing where and how you space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Ha ha ha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know you might when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That's good advice. Save often. I mean, just save all the time. Okay, everyone, we're done reading each other's poems, right? I have something a little extra planned today, so everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Odin, you gotta. Hold on. My cat, he's fat, and he's trying to sit on my lap, and my leg is asleep. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can't. Can we just put together anything good in a few days? We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem. Oh, crap, I skipped over that one. But the cool part is we're also going to let everyone else come and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on the poster in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Ehehe. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up these posters, have you? Oh, well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. That's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and those are the reasons we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. Oh, whoa. Okay. So if I click right click, it just gets rid of the bar, the text bar. Okay, cool. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes to recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Huh. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. I think the least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to just get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. So, I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reading them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. It's Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes her breath and smiles. That was good, Monica. Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Ah, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort into it? Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes, almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. Must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applauded, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good, and thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine that you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it comes out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori means when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes up, we applaud. Sorry. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Cody liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? Came out nice. The atmosphere of your poem fits you really nicely. It might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with this kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle, delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, but depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing on that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'll go and make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Cody. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let go Cody might as well let Cody go and lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go for what I wrote today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing. It's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anywhere. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that you'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called. It's called. Why are you all looking at me? Besides, you're presenting. Oh, huh. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she started reciting her poem, the sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well, you do. Do you feel at least a little prepared to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, I'm doing this in front of other people will be easier. I can put on whatever face I want for those other. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm at Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cody. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from early. Like, I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Can I skip it? Can I skip it? No, I can't. That's a tough one because she's been my long friend forever, but at the same time, like, I'm trying to woo Yuri, walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ah, you admitted it. Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward, but it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. But I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take it away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. That is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you guys had a good time watching this. I hope my reading and fumbling and stuff didn't cause any problems or anything for you to be able to watch this video. As always, I'm Cody from Some Guys Gaming, your one-stop shop for everything awesome. If you would, hit the like button, hit the comments, and hit the subscribe button but don't spoil the game for me or anything. I'm actually enjoying myself. This game is actually very well written, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here on out. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, share, all that good shit, and I will see you guys next time.